Hi, it's me, it's Kira. I just wanted to do a quick get ready with me today just because I'm trying to get ready for an activity that I'm in charge of. It's pie, we're celebrating Pie Day, so we are going to be eating a ton of pie just through my church. And yeah, so I wanted to just film a quick get ready with me before I have to go set up. I'm wanting to use products that either maybe I haven't used in a minute or things that I'm just trying to use up. So you'll see probably products you've seen before, but yeah, just trying to get use of my stuff that I have in my collection. So where's the brush that I was looking for? I'm just gonna go ahead and use my finger instead. When in doubt, just use your finger if you don't have a brush or tools. This is the Urban Decay primer, and it just helps your makeup and your shadow last so much longer. I'm gonna go in with my moisturizer. I just got out of the bath and washed my hair and everything. So my face is super dry because it's naturally really dry and flaky. It's been really dry and flaky lately, so if you see white on my arm, it's because it's paint. I went to a service project earlier today. I can't remember what it's called, now I'm forgetting it off the top of my head. Hot Mess Express. It's Hot Mess Express. It's actually a national company in the US. And you can have different like main people who head it in like your state, and so definitely check it out. Like you could go on social media and just search like Hot Mess Express, and there might be a group in your area where they do service projects for people locally in need. So basically they meet with someone in need of like cleaning, organizing, who wants or needs that help, and you go, and it's all service, so you're not paid for the time, you just volunteer, and it's just all volunteers. So yeah, I ended up doing that today for the first time with that place, and I loved it. My friend introduced me. She's all about serving and like was really good about being in the community, so she invited me, and I'm so glad I went because it was super fun. We actually ended up painting a bedroom. This cute teenage girl, it's her senior year, and she just got moved to the downstairs. Her mom gave up her own room for her. Her mom gave up her master bedroom so that her daughter could have her own room. Single mom, their dad died recently, and they needed help. So we decided to go, and she wanted her room painted. So we went and got that started. We didn't finish because we had to prime it, and that's what's on my arm actually, is the primer. And it took a long time because currently it was like a charcoal gray, like dark color, and she wanted to go to like a light pink. So we had to prime it, and then we just cleaned the kitchen, got organized closets, laundry, just kind of did all of that today. So that's been fun. So just a big day of serving. My face has been struggling lately, so that was my SPF. That was like the Naturium, I don't know how you say it, moisturizer product. I'm just putting an extra spray. This is almost gone. I'm like trying to get rid of it and use up the last bit. Really get that hydration on there. Okay, I'm gonna let my face sit for a minute, and I'm gonna go into my eyes. I wanna go ahead and use my Milk collection. This is the blush collection, and I can't remember how to say this, but this is, I just call it the butterfly collection, but it's is it the El Muerte palette? And I'm so sorry, I should have looked this up before I got on, but anyway, so all of it is in Spanish, and I can't read Spanish, so yeah, I wish I spoke Spanish. That'd be so cool. I should learn. I've wanted to, and I just haven't. But anyway, so I want to go in. I think I'm going to do like a gold / green kind of look. So I'm gonna go in first with like the neutrals. I'm just gonna swipe this on the lid here. I like it because it has a mirror. So if you see me looking over, that's what I'm currently using. And then if you hear in the background, yeah, my son and husband are playing right now. So you might hear some crazy stuff. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I feel like my son is in that stage of where he's never tired. He doesn't nap anymore. He's 3 and he's just constantly going and needing something to do. And it's so hard sometimes. Gotta get creative. Okay, so that's like in my crease. I think I want to kind of do like an all over green lid. I just want to go into like these, here, let me put it here, kind of like these greenish colors, and then maybe do like a shimmer on top, something like that, just something quick. So I'm going to use a more like flat, very flat brush, kind of a little bit more dense, just to really like pack on the color. And I'm just mixing those 2 colors together. I'm just placing it on the lid. I love this palette. I love butterflies. And so I ended up getting this. I can't remember if I've done a video with this palette yet. I know I made one and then I think the footage got like deleted. So I don't know if I actually ended up posting it. But this is from a YouTube creator. Her name is Linda. And her YouTube name is Glitter Fallout, and I love watching her videos. She's kind of a bad A, like she's just cool. And she sells stuff on her, is it Mercari? Just like very lightly used items, lightly used makeup, stuff like that. And she put it on here and I grabbed it so fast because I wanted it so bad. So I'm so grateful I have the chance now to wear it. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see here. Trying to find, I'm gonna go into a darker green and just kind of fluff that in my corner here. Because I want to just deepen that up. Perfect. I just love this color combo. We're gonna do the exact same thing to the other eye. I'm trying to hurry because I gotta be there to this pie activity. I gotta go set up in about 30 minutes. So we're trying to make this fast. Quick look. So I'm not worrying too much, honestly, about the whole blend. It ends up coming together by the end. I'm just packing this on here. Okay, I feel like that looks pretty similar to the other side. I'm gonna go in with a darker green. The darker green I'm using is just actually at the very end. A little bit of a different tone, I feel like undertone. But it works. Okay, make sure both sides match. So pretty. Okay. And then I wanted to do my eyeshadow first just because I figured there could be some fallout potentially, especially if I'm using color. I always like to try to do my eyeshadow first if I can, even though I love it when a full face is done first and then the eyeshadow because I feel like the looks come together better. But regardless, I'm going in with the NYX Glitter Primer. I'm going to use this just kind of all over the lid. tap this on with my finger. And then I'll go in with like the shimmery glitter shade. I think I'm gonna go in with the lighter shade because I don't want it to be really any darker than it already is. So I think I'm gonna go in with this one. Just feel like it matches more with the colors anyway. Oh, that's so pretty. I think I'm gonna actually also use a gold in the other side, like closer. Use this on most of the lid. And then I'm gonna use a gold, I think, right in here. And then it will tie in that transition color I used and kind of go with my outfit. I'm kind of funny, I always like to match with what I'm wearing. I don't know where I heard this or why this happened or where this came about. But at one point I heard that matching your eye makeup with your outfit is like cringe and it like doesn't look good apparently. And it's not something you're supposed to match your outfit, but you're supposed to use like complementary colors to your outfit. But I disagree. I think a look comes together when you're matching. I like to match with my makeup, and I also like to match earrings as well. I think matching earrings is always such a fun way to add to the look as well. I don't have any on yet, but we'll see. I'll probably end up wearing some. All right, I need to wipe my finger off. I'm grabbing a wipe. Okay, and then we're gonna go in with this gold shade. This kind of has a little bit of hard pan on it, but it still is gorgeous. Like, look how much, and I barely like tapped in there. So I'm just gonna go ahead, and since there was so much product on my finger already, I'm just gonna use the finger. I'm not gonna go back in with it. I love that. I love the combination of just kind of mixing it. Super pretty in person. I love this palette. I use it for like fun things, things that I'm excited for. Just, I need a new wipe. I don't know if I have any wipes in here. I'm using this is a dry wipe that I had literally on my floor. Don't judge me. I use this for like a lipstick that I put on. I tried a black lip. I got the Urban Decay. It's actually right here. It's this Urban Decay lip. Is it Vice Bond or whatever it's called? And it's in the black shade. I wanted to try it because I love a black lip when I'm feeling, you know, wanting to be bold with my lip. And I would have to try it again. I'd have to try it more to get a full, you know, decision, but I'm pretty sure I'm not a huge fan of it. The reason is because it has a glossy finish, and I love a glossy finish, and it's supposed to be long lasting. However, it is so sticky, and it's supposed to be transfer proof, you know, kind of resistant to food and things like that. But I found that it kind of flaked a lot. Like, it became kind of weird, like flaky in certain areas, like more towards the inside of my lips, where, you know, like if I had a straw or things like that, and it would just kind of flake off, almost. And I did not love it. And then it just felt sticky. Like, you couldn't push your lips together. It just felt sticky the whole time. And granted, you could like touch it and it wouldn't come off really onto your finger, but I did not love it. Also, I think it would work better if you only had to do one swipe, but for the black specifically, I don't know if other shades are different. I had to apply it like 2 layers. And so I think honestly that's why. I think if you had 1 layer, you wouldn't have the problem I had. But because I had to do 2 layers, I had to like do 1 layer, let it dry all the way, do a 2nd layer, let it dry, and I feel like it just got too thick for it to really do anything. I just used the, what is it, the Morphe Brow Tease. I've been loving that for my brows. Like, look how quickly I did that. I'm using this brown eyeliner just kind of up against my lash line, just wiggling it on there. This is like old eyeliner. I do not recommend having eyeliner for this length of time, but here we are. It still works. Not a huge fan of this. It's the Unique. I've mentioned Unique before. I'm not a fan of this eyeliner, but I want to kind of just use it up. I haven't really gotten any other liners, so anyway. All right. Okay, well, I am going to pause the video. I'm going to see if I can edit a little bit or maybe post it later, but I want to take a pause. I need to go grab something, and then I'll be right back. All right, we are back. So sorry about that. I just had to grab stuff. Okay. I feel like my eyes are good. I just did the eyeliner. I'll see if I want to add any more. I was gonna think of adding it like more on the top, like the actual lid, but I think I'm okay without it. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and start on my base. I have been loving the Fenty Beauty Soft Matte Foundation. I've been using it when I want a more full coverage, longer lasting makeup look. And then I've been mixing it with some kind of glowy foundation. I am trying to get rid of this. I'm getting there. It's almost kind of gone. I know there's probably quite a bit of use out of it still, but I am just trying to get through it because it is time. It's going to be expiring, I'm sure. It's probably already expired. I can't remember when I got it. I think I got it 2 summers ago, so not this summer, or not in, holy cow, what year is it? 2026. We haven't even had our summer yet, so 2025. It wasn't even in 2025. 2024. So we're almost hitting 2 years for this foundation, and so it's getting to that point where probably time to throw it out soon. But it still performs as it always has. Doesn't smell. And I love the way it like just gives a glowy finish. I will say I do not really like it by itself now. It's just a super slippery product. It says that it has skincare, and I would agree with that, but then it makes it such a slippery product. I feel like it just doesn't stay on the skin. And so I find that I usually need, you know, powder, and I don't like to wear powder because I do have such dry skin. And I don't know. It just doesn't look good by the end of the day. I feel like it clings to dry patches and slides around a lot, so I would not repurchase it. However, it looks really good right now. Especially mixed together. I'm going to use a teeny bit more because I did not get my full forehead. So we're just going to do like not even a whole pump, like literally like a dot. Just to place on the forehead. And again, I mix the colors, or mix the foundations again. But yeah, I've just really been loving mixing it because then I feel like it grips a little bit better to the face and gives still a good finish right here. It looks so good. Okay. See what I mean when you have like your full foundation on? It just makes the eye look better. I don't know why. It makes it look better. It just makes the face more complete, I believe. Okay, perfect. So I'm all done with that. Sorry, I'm trying to put away as I go because otherwise we're just gonna be sitting in a huge mess of things. I am gonna go ahead and apply my bronzer. I'm going in with the GRWM. Definitely more of a contour shade. I think that will be enough. I haven't used that in a minute. It's been a hot minute. And I think I want to use this brush. I've liked this brush for bronzers because it has a little, kind of has a divot right here. I don't even know if you can tell, it kind of dips in. And it just kind of fits perfectly for like the cheekbone. So like I just like to do that. And then it just blends so nicely. So I just kind of slide it up and then push it up so that it feels, you know, I don't know, more lifted, more sculpted. I am not a professional makeup artist. I'm not a professional, you know, I'm not a professional. However, I love makeup and I love playing with it. So I just like the way it looks. So if you think my placement is terrible, then so be it. So I don't know. I just really like that. It makes my face look a little bit longer in my opinion. And then when you put the blush on too, it just gives that full, like, completed look. And then this, I'm gonna kind of just tap. I don't know what they are watching out there. I bet you it's like video game stuff. My husband loves video games, but he also loves some video games that are not appropriate for children. So he's trying to watch stuff that is actually appropriate for kids. So that's what he's doing with him. Bonding through video games that he can actually watch. All right. Dude, I have dry flakes. Don't judge me. I have such dry skin and it gets so flaky up by my head. And so, anyway. Dude, that looks so good. Should I put some underneath my chin? Let's just try it. I usually don't because I'm always worried that people are gonna see like a full-on line and that it's gonna look bad. But we're gonna try it and see what happened. Cause like on film it looks good, but in person does it? Okay. Oh, that looks so good. Okay. I'm vibing with this whole makeup look right now. Okay, I finished that. Now we're gonna go into blush. Sorry, my nose is itchy. And then I'll do concealer. So I wanna first put down this e.l.f. putty blush. Again, it's old, it needs used. I need to just use it up. It looks so pretty on, but again, I just have not loved this putty blush just because, mainly because of the packaging. I know I've mentioned this before. But I love this color. It's very peachy pink, orangey shade. Definitely very intimidating when you look at it in the pot, in my opinion. But when you put it on, I feel like it just has this really pretty glow and a very pretty color. All right, so I just did that, and then I am going to use a bigger brush. I think we're gonna go in with this. It's a big fluffy brush. I usually use this for like powder, but if I want a more diffused look, I'm gonna use it with blush because these are super pigmented. I don't go into all of the colors a whole lot because like these two are really dark for me, and then this one is really dark as well. So I'm gonna be going in kind of a combination of probably these two, maybe that one, just trying to decide what I want to do. And I always kind of diffuse it on my arm or something first because, like I said, these are so pigmented. Oops. I got the color that I did not want. We're wiping it off onto my hand. And I'm just kind of mixing see how it just like elevated the color. I'm just like dabbing it into my hand right now and then placing the remainder on because it is so pigmented. But I promise when you put concealer on, it gives it such a beautiful like blended look. We're gonna go in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer. Okay, what time is it? It's almost time for me to go. I was not expecting this to be such a long video. I'm so sorry, you guys. I know my last one I just uploaded was also about 30 minutes. So I'll try to hurry. I'm gonna use just kind of a, this is technically a foundation brush, but I'm gonna use it because it's fast. Just kind of blend out. Blend that out. See how it just kind of creates just that like blend? Super pretty. I really like that. Yeah, if you ever need to blend quickly, just use like a big flat foundation brush. Works really well. Okay, I'm feeling good about that. What else do I need? Blush, concealer, I need mascara. We're gonna go in with the Stila Lengthen Define. It's supposed to be a tubing mascara. I disagree. I feel like it's not a very good tubing mascara. In my opinion, a good tubing mascara actually rolls off in tubes. This does not roll off like other tubing mascaras I've had. When you put water on it, it doesn't just like roll off. It does, in my opinion, it kind of smears off. Like it does come off easy, which I appreciate, but it seems more like a traditional mascara. Just an easy to remove mascara, if that makes sense, at least when I have experienced it. Not the biggest fan, I will admit. And I got this on sale and I'm glad I did. I would have been very upset if I paid full price for this. It's just a very like wet formula too. So now that it's been opened for a little bit, I haven't used this in a minute, so I can try it again and see if that has made a difference. But it's just not one that I gravitate towards. I mean, my lashes do look really pretty right now. Very separated, very lengthened. But in my opinion, it doesn't give a lot of volume. I know that's pretty common with a lot of tubing mascaras though anyway. More of a lengthening deal, but anyway, I just prefer volume and I feel like it doesn't give as much volume as I would like personally, like on the edges. But regardless, it still looks good at the end of the day. So I guess we'll see how it wears. Sorry, I know it's kind of annoying watching someone. I really need to start getting into editing videos because then I can break things up or I can add like I need to really start getting into it. I can edit, I can add music, I can speed things up so that you don't have to just listen to me ramble the whole time and you can just have peace and quiet with some music in the background while I just speed do things. Maybe one day if I have more effort and time, that I want to put into it, I will. Well, that looks really good. I'm going to take off what's on my lip. What did I do? I need that towel. Okay. I just had a lip oil, so I don't want to put my lip liner. I'm just going to use an Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Deep Taupe. I love this lip liner. Very good natural lip. Neutral, I should say. A nude. I'm just gonna kind of hit this all over my lid, my lip, not my lid. Just to create that dimension. That looks good. And then we're gonna put, let me grab it from my little handbag. I always have this in my purse. It's one of the e.l.f. Lip oil or lip glosses, whatever it's called. Oh no, maybe it's not in there anymore. Did I take it out? Dang it. I don't know where it is. Wow. We are not wearing that. It's one of the, I have one here, but it's not one I was looking for. It's just the e.l.f. What are these called? The lip oils, the Reviver lip oils. I'm just gonna use the clear one. This one is so gross, it needs cleaned off. It's like sticky. So only thing I don't like about it is as it gets older, it can get like messy on the lid and gets things like sticky. But it doesn't feel sticky on, so I don't know how else to describe it. Okay, I like that. And what do we think? I'm gonna go ahead and add on just a little bit of highlighter, and then we're gonna be finished with the whole look. Probably actually put on some powder. I'm gonna use the NYX Butter Glow, and I am gonna use this little guy. He's a duo. And I'm gonna place this right here. I feel like it's the perfect color, goes with my eye look. It's like this blue-green highlight, and it is so pretty on. So pretty. Okay, and then the last thing, I'm just gonna put on a little bit of powder, and then we will see what we think. This, I'm not, let's see, this component, I'm not used to this. You like slide it, oh, there we go. You slide it this way. This is like so travel friendly, I feel like. It's so little, and I love it. I'm gonna use this end, just this bigger side, and we're just gonna, I'm gonna dump some into the lid here, just to get more of that. You have powder everywhere now. And I'm just gonna powder this whole thing so that we are not slipping and sliding. Okay. What are they talking about out there? I am so sorry if you could hear his craziness. That is my husband. All right, what do we think? That is our finished look. I'm gonna go ahead and close out this video by saying I love using what's in my collection. I love reusing things that I haven't used in a while. It's just a good reminder that you don't have to buy new things all the time. Granted, I love makeup, so if I want to splurge or spend extra money on makeup, I would, and buy new things and try new things because I like it as a hobby, you know, but it's just something that you don't have to have this huge collection like you see sometimes, especially if it's, you know, other people have this as like a full-time job. This is not my full-time job. I don't buy all the time. I know sometimes I make videos and I buy new things, but it's also maybe because I've run out of other things, and I don't have like an overly huge collection either. So at least in my opinion, maybe other people would not think the same way I do, but I do have this as a hobby. So anyway, yeah, what do we think? I absolutely love this. I love this combination. I love the blush. I think it looks beautiful with the extra highlighter with the NYX. And then just the whole eye look is just so pretty. Matches my outfit, is exactly what I wanted it to look like, and it just came out so great. So thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a great day.